This is close to my heart, and I wanted to kind of just give you my thoughts on it. Look, I want to buy a new to us used car. And like, let's see if I can pull this chart up. And if you can see it, let me see. I just want to make sure you can see it. Okay. So, I think we bought a car like right here. I think. Right around was 150. And then we needed to buy another car in 2021, perhaps. And I mean, it just got crazy. Like a 15-year-old car is worth like $20,000 now. No. So I just refused. I'm not buying a car. I'm just not. I'll walk. Now, this as a real estate agent is a very bad strategy, but we're going to get by because I'm just not going to do it. Now, here's the thing. I was watching the chart and I was waiting because I was ready to buy, if it got down here. But look at it. It turned back up. The largest price increase in February since 2009. Did I miss my chance to buy a car? No, because I'm not buying a car. Prices have to get somewhat close to like what I'm comfortable with. I'm not comfortable paying these prices, so I'm not going to. Well, let's move on to something different. Now for something completely. Here's some real estate news. This came out of RIS Media. It says, what are the signs that you may want to sell your home? I'm very interested in this because I kind of feel like I know. Having sold people's homes before, I kind of know when they're done with a house. Actually, I know that, like they're done. Have you been thinking of selling your home? Everyone has different motivations for wanting to sell. You could certainly have the same thought process as others. One of the more common questions realtors get is whether it's a good time to sell a house. Some will come right out and ask if I should help sell my house now. So this is written in the first person. If someone in St. Louis said right now, hey, I want to list my house, do you think I should? Absolutely. I think you should get it to the market. If you can do it next week, that'd be great. Why? Because things are not going to stay this way forever. Okay? I'm not trying to induce panic or fear of missing out. I'm saying that's what I would tell somebody. But it's also another question, though. It's like, do you have a mortgage? And what's your mortgage? Is your mortgage at 3%? Why are you moving? Like, how are you going to pull this off? It just depends on the situation. It says, sellers need to know that there's good times and bad times to sell a home. For most areas in the country, spring is the best month to sell. The best and worst time to sell can vary slightly based on location. So yeah, I would say March right now, we're going into the hot season. From now until July, August, this is when you play. Rest of the year, September through February, rest. Not much. That's just the way it is in St. Louis. It has been since I've been in the business. It may change for you. I don't know. It may, but if I get a deal done in January, I'm happy. I'm happy because it doesn't happen very often. But what are the signs that this year may be one of the best times to sell? Let's look at some of the considerations. It's a seller's real estate market. It says homeowners are in the driver's seat when it's a seller's real estate market. There's a high demand for homes, which leads to sellers getting better pricing. In terms for potential buyers, sellers can negotiate better deals with buyers because most homes have significant competition. When the market is hot, there will be an increased potential for bidding wars with escalation clauses. With bidding wars come terms that sellers would never see otherwise. When you want the best price in terms and doing it in a seller's market makes sense, the real estate comp should be screaming, let's do it. Obviously, right? We're seeing historic seller's market. The next one is doing a renovation in an existing home wouldn't be wise. Usually adding an addition or another improvements to a home can be a great way to increase its value. However, this isn't always the case. If your improvements exceed what the market will bear, you may not see a return on your investment. For example, if you have a 3-bedroom home and want a 4th bedroom, adding an addition would be something most people would consider. However, if the addition costs $100,000, it could price you out of the neighborhood. In this scenario, selling your home and moving to a neighborhood with value similar to 4-bedroom homes would be better. It's always wise to consult with a local real estate agent to determine the market after completing the renovations. You can then compare that to what you would spend selling and buying another home instead. Quite often, flashing red lights say it's a sign to sell your home rather than over improving. Very interesting idea here. I in my career, I have changed in my thought. One of my original thought was, yes, if it doesn't make sense financially at this moment to add a fourth bedroom or to finish the basement or to add a second floor, then you should not do it. I've kind of changed my opinion on that. And the reason I say that is because we're looking at things now in now pricing, and we're not looking at things in future pricing, which we don't know and will never be known for sure. So let's just say you do put on a fourth bedroom in Afton, where I live, 4-bedroom houses are unusual. True 4-bedroom homes. I mean, you can get a premium for those houses. Okay. So maybe it's worth it, but just know ahead. Like he uses the example, $100,000 in cost. I agree with that. But again, I mean, how long are you staying in the home? I mean, it's also the question of this. Like, it's never made sense to me as I go through life. It's never made any sense to me. You buy a house, okay? And if you're in the house for 15 years, you're going to change pretty much everything in the house. So why are you waiting 15 years to change it? Why don't you just change it when you first move in? At least you get the benefit of using the things that you're wanting for those 15 years versus it makes very little sense to me now at the end of your home ownership term to start improvements that you're never going to enjoy. You're better off pricing the house lower and just getting out and moving someplace where you would rather be. This is just the way I think now. It's, it could change. It says you're tired of maintaining your home. Another sign for home sellers it could be time to sell is continuous maintenance. Maintaining a house can be time consuming and exhausting, especially if the house is older and requires more upkeep. Selling your home and downsizing into a condo could be the solution. When you own a condominium, the homeowners association covers exterior maintenance and repairs, freeing you from the burden. A townhouse is also an excellent option. Simplifying your life is often a significant motivating factor for homeowners. Many will decide to have 2 smaller homes instead of 1 large one. That doesn't make any sense. Maybe you can see yourself having a second home and a vacation destination you love. Selling your home and reinvesting the proceeds into 2 condos could be an excellent solution. Many condos and town owners will have fantastic amenities such as a pool, fitness center, and other recreational activities. You can enjoy all the benefits of a condo ownership without the hassle of maintenance. But you pay for that. Condo fees aren't exactly like cheap. I just can't see moving into a condo or townhouse. I have clients that live in townhouses and condos and they love it, but I'm just not that guy. And as far as maintaining the house as I get older, man, it's expensive and time consuming. As you know, I've been dealing with this sewer situation since February. I can understand that, but is that a reason to sell? Let me just say this. When people come to me, they normally aren't asking they're not asking me if it's time to sell. They're declaring I'm done with this house. I'm just done. I just want out. It's like they've given up. It's not necessarily based on any sort of they use logic afterwards is what I would say. So, yeah. Let's continue. You're nearing retirement. Retirement is a great time to consider selling your home. As retirement approaches, you may find your current home is no longer suitable. Maybe it's too large, requires too much maintenance, or is not in the area you want to be in. By selling, you can save money on items such as property tax, assessment, and utilities. If you move into a smaller home, if you move into a location where that's true, sometimes you can move places and you got higher tax assessment and utilities in a smaller home. Downsizing during retirement also allows you to move closer to family or a new city you may have wanted to live in. You can add enjoyment to your retirement and allow you to experience life in a new area. Lastly, if you move to an area with a lower cost of living, you can stretch your retirement funds even further.